healing abilities. We can use, you know, they might have fire, you know, damage spells, status effect spells. It's all free reign for us to use.
Here she goes.
Now you might be asking, okay, what is the deal with stalking? Okay, so stalking goes into our magic. So the number that's associated next to the spell is how many of those we can cast. So cure, if we want to use this cure right now, it would take one of those away from us, right? So in order to use this, we go down to 8. Okay, just to let you know. Now we can run from them. You don't have to kill them unless you want to. You do want to kill some enemies because they drop certain items that you can then turn into other spells or other like things. The game gives you that option as well. So there are reasons to kill enemies. It's not just drawing the whole time. Drawing is just one aspect of it. Seeing them using magic to get a buff stat thing, yeah. So this is what they were talking about, Dead. So this is the whole junction thing. So pretend. Okay, so just keep in mind, you know, you can draw and store or stock spells, right? So when we go to Zell, you can go to Junction. Oh my God! DFs that associate, that have certain abilities that associate or that allow you to apply magic spells to your stats. Okay, so for instance, between Ifrit, Diablos, and Leviathan, I have HP, Strength, HP, Strength, Magics, Spirit, and Hit that I can apply magic to, okay? Because they carry the abilities to allow us to do those, to apply magic to those stats. And those are things that you can unlock over time. But, so, yeah, we can go to one of these, okay? So, like, Strength has Curaga attached to it. Oh, no! Now, Curaga is stronger than Cure, right? So if we had the same amount of Curagas...
I'm gonna get you some way or another.
Actually, I don't think we... Never mind, hold on. Sorry, I told you that wrong. We have an extra... Our strength is at 54 because of the Curagas, okay? So we can come over here. We have 97 Curagas. So the more of that spell that you have, the more powerful the more your stats go up, okay? So if I were to use a bunch of Curagas, if I like cut that number in half, it would drastically lower our strength stats, okay? But my point about the cures, though,
ain't got nothing on Florida.
Cure is stronger. Or sorry, Cure is weaker than strong Curaga, right? So the stronger the skill or spell, the stronger you'll become with the stat, right? But on top of that, some spells are better for certain skills or stats. So, for instance, like, let's find a comparable one. So that's Curaga with 97. Does he have any other? Okay, here's double for 100, okay? So, obviously, like, if we replace the Curaga with double, it's worse than Curagas, if that makes sense. So we don't want to use double in a strength spell, because it's a weaker spell for that stat. So another aspect of this as well is that, again, if we use Curagas, so that's going to make our stats weaker in battle as we use more Curagas, because it's going to lower that number. So there is like a pro and con to having, you know, things attached. Do you want, it's like a trade-off. Do you want to easily have Curagas accessible so we can actually use them? Or do I want to boost my stats the most and not rely on Curagas? Like maybe I have a bunch of Curas I can use and those will get me by just fine. But I'm going to dedicate Curagas to increase my strength. So you get to make that decision as the player. How do you want to...
Babe, you're calling 911.
What's the best way that you want to play, you know? Do you want to rely on Curagas for healing? Do you want your stats to be buffed out? But then you're going to have, like, less heals? That's fine, too. You know, however you want to play the game. have a new spell that I don't know. I wonder what that spell's gonna do. Is that spell going to, you know, really boost our magic? Oh shit! Let me draw a bunch of that and see if it boosts our magic. And then, oh snap! It's way better. Oh man, we're getting so much stronger now. So that's a fun aspect of this game. So, yeah, what's up, Gold? Sorry, I was in the middle of my thing here, my lecture. So that's the way you should go about the game. Is like, okay, how do I make my party stronger with drawing? Or there's another whole different aspect to it as well. But yeah, every spell has a certain buff to it. Fires plus 0.15 to strength each scroll. Yeah. Lecturing like Christus, yeah. So anyway, so if I understand right, you draw magic from enemies to turn them into spell scrolls. You then use said scrolls to buff your stats based on how many you have. Therefore, you don't want to spam spells all the time. You don't want to spell spams all the time if those spells are attached to your stats. But there are some fights where you don't mind, right? So there's some fights where say like, oh, confuse. Like, you know, if I'm gonna lower my magic spell, my magic stats, right? Like during a fight, if you need the confuse to win the fight, like it makes sense to go ahead and sacrifice a couple of confuses. It's not going to make the biggest world of difference to your stats. And also, it might not like really, you might not be using magic with Zell anyway, right? At that given moment. So you can go ahead and sacrifice a couple of confuses, cast it on the enemy, and then you can get confuses later on to replenish your stats if you have to. So this is kind of like a make it or break it for a lot of people. Like some
let her
like,
rip, Tater Chip.
Like this game completely makes these spells useless. Like why would you ever want to use spells? It's like, well, yeah, if you, it's a, we don't have to use Kuriga. Like, so, you know, Kuriga is 54. If we wanted to instead use, like, you know, we could use double there instead. And it lowers it by 5, which isn't like, you know, like, it's probably not going to be a big enough difference for us to, like, really cry about it. You know what I'm saying? So there are ways that, you know, or, you know, we could just use Kuros, like I said before. Like you could kind of mix and match and do whatever you want, however you feel like you want to play the game. So, but then on top of that, you don't. That's not the only aspect of it, Dead. You know, there's also, like I said, the GFs. Like I said, with the whole part of the GFs, they learn different abilities. Some of them already have abilities learned. So Quasar, I forgot which one it has learned, but I think it has HP already, and maybe magic. It has a couple different abilities, and then you have to learn the other ones over time. So there's these pages of abilities, and as you fight enemies and kill them, they gain experience and level up and learn new moves, stuff like that. So eventually you can kind of build out. Eventually you can build your GFs out as you gain more of them to fill out the stat thing, so then all your stats are buffed out, you know? So GFs are summons, and then you can also summon them as well. So they're not only just for giving you abilities, but you can also summon them in battle too, if you want to do that. Now the GFs can die. They can die in battle, technically. And then you have to revive them and stuff like that. But and the way that they die, it's kind of like Final Fantasy X to an extent. You don't give them commands, but it takes a while for them to be summoned. And if you take any damage while you're in the process of summoning them, they take damage and they can die. They have a health bar. So there is a reason to like maybe not summon all the time.
Let's go.
Note that drawing it's a very interesting system. It has layers to it. and is very different than any other game. So you know, it causes some people frustrations. You'll be worth 100 of your grade. If you fail, you can't leave the stream. You can hold your head high, and you'll get a certificate of completion from Sean DeBomb. Why do I sound like a robot? Do I sound like this in real life, chat? Your refrigerator, and make your children and your children.
3, go! And I went over the top.
Coming from yours. It's true. It's true, Gold. Thanks for the Tangia. I will say this, Deb. I will say this. The first time I played this game, or like the handful of times I first tried to play this game, between the ages of 13 and 4 years ago, every time I tried to play this game, I did not like it at all. And it's because I didn't understand how all the systems worked. It took me until 3 years ago when I beat it for the first time to be like, oh shit, and then, like it just clicks. You're like, oh okay, I get this. Like this makes a lot of sense. It's fun. And yeah, it can be really awesome once you understand it all. So anyway, yeah, I would recommend it.
Let's
if
go.
It's on sale right now. I see you mean on Steam. Yeah, go for it. It's a great game.
How do you grab a crab?
Oh, and also, by the way,
Oh, nice. Oh,
you've never played 7 yet. You need to finish that. Final Fantasy 7's the best one, but yeah, I love Final Fantasy 7, so you definitely play that one. I don't remember what the quickest way or where the heck it is. Wait, does it show on the map? Isn't it like down here or something? I thought it was in like the southern islands, or maybe it's like it's like south part of a continent or something. I think it's down here somewhere.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
To the orphanage. Yo, what's up, Jay? Hey, it's definitely not here. I think it's under here, maybe. Oh, you definitely need to play 7. 7's my favorite game of all time. I love 7 to death.
oh my God.
So damn good.
That was so dope.
You should definitely fix that and play that at some point. You can still definitely play 8, but you should definitely also play 7. 7's so good.
Good idea.